What inspired you with writing poetry?
Oh, that's a good question, man. I thought it was cool just putting words together. It sounds smooth, you know, putting words together and evoking people's heads, you know, what you gotta say. I remember, like, back in the days, I wrote something for Remembrance Day, and I got picked in my class, and I came second in some poetry contest. So I thought that was kind of cool, you know what I mean? So from that, I just kept on doing something I was nice at, you know. And it's funny you asked me that, because I feel that teachers make a big difference, man, because I remember up to now, my 4th grade teacher and my 6th grade teacher really stand out to me. My 4th grade teacher, she picked me to speak in front of the class, like her remember we had public speaking in elementary school? She just liked my swagger, so, you know, I got picked. So I learned how to speak in front of people and still be nervous and try to still, you know, speak in front of people. And my 6th grade teacher, in English, we did creative writing. That was a part of the English class. So I learned how to be, I was nice with that too. So I learned to harness my skills, and I got to thank those 2 teachers there. My 4th grade teacher, Miss Toner, and my 6th grade teacher, Miss Hickey. Up to now, it's still stuck in my head. So, you know, so even when I perform right now, I still get nervous before I perform in front of heads. Don't matter, but I learned how to, like, you know, continue doing my thing. So, respect.
Which artists have inspired you over the years?
I mean, LL Cool J. I don't know, Run DMC, of course. I mean, hip hop, we got a big span and stuff. So, you know. And if you talk hip hop artists, yeah, those artists. But in general, like, you know, Bob Marley, Stevie Wonder, definitely Prince. James Brown, Michael Jackson, and, you know, music is music, so.
What's going on with the music situation? Are you still doing your thing with the music?
Yeah, I got this joint out. I just dropped the greatest hits album. It's called Urban Landmark, 1989 to 2005, which really encapsulates the last decade and a half of my stuff. I got this joint called Criminal Mind featuring Infinite, formerly from Ghetto Concept, and Larry Gowan. So it's hot to death, you know, but my main thing is just I've just been trying to diversify the portfolio, a lot of film and television as well. But no matter what, hip hop is always the catalyst and the foundation of everything I do. So
there was rumors around that you retired, that you were coming in, you were going out. What was that all about?
There's rumors. You know, I never said I was retiring or nothing like that. Is hip hop, well, is music my main focus? No, it's not my main focus anymore. But I'll still make time to come down and drop singles. I got stuff coming out. But there's other things I want to do. I think I'll be more of an asset doing other things than just that, you know what I mean? And you got to think about, everybody got their shelf life. You don't hear the average 10-year-old kid screaming KRS-One right now. They just don't do it. Or DMX. DMX had 6 albums out. Every one of his albums, he was #1 on Billboard. But you don't hear about him. It's just the way things run right now in terms of a mass appeal perspective. So even when you're watching basketball, the last, you know, we're watching the playoffs last year, San Antonio and Detroit. Game 7, kids weren't thinking Michael Jordan. It just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes, man. But, you know, if you're smart, you know how to diversify and do different things. So, you know, you'll see me pop up in a Cardi video here and there. People still, you know, like my swagger. So they still try to call at me for tracks or just, you know, be around still. I was talking to Chaos the other day because we did the UMAC Awards, and his vibe was like, yo, man, just having your presence here means a lot. So coming from an artist of his stature right now, that's a good thing still, you know.
How's the music industry changed since you started out in the early 80s, isn't it, to now?
There never was an industry. Right? That's a misconception. We never had an industry here. So we've always had talent. There's always been a scene. And as you can see, the talent's just evolving. But we never had an industry because there's never been one to win more than one artist at one time who sold substantial records. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Maestro went platinum and Dream Warriors went platinum. And Michigan went platinum. It's like, yo, Maestro did his thing. 2 years later, Dream Warriors did it. 5 years later, Rascals. 3 years later, Swollen Members. 8 years later, Shot Clear. It was never like, you know, in America where you have like Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Wu-Tang, Tupac, Luther Vandross, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Like black music in America, you have so many different artists at one time selling substantial units. That's an industry over there. In Canada, unfortunately, we never had an industry.
What would you like to say to James Finch artists, becoming artists? What would you like to say to inspire them or put them on the right track?
Just be yourself, man. That's it, man. Sometimes you gotta turn off the television, turn off the radio, tap into yourself. And I think we just sweat America too much, man. It's one thing to give respect, but it's another thing to like sweat, man, where cats don't even respect us, but we're trying to respect them more than they, you know what I'm saying, than we respect ourselves. So I think we gotta just, back in the days when I came up, we gave love, but cats had to wipe their feet before they came up here, man. So that's just how it is, man. We just gotta wake up and smell the blunt, man, and just, you know, we sit beside the biggest superpower in the world, United States of America, so it's hard for us to shine a lot. But if you want people to respect you, you gotta respect yourself. You know, same thing LA did. You know, they just turned off the East Coast for a hot minute, you know what I mean? Then you gotta listen now, you know? Same thing Wu-Tang Clan did in New York. Every borough was represented except Staten Island. And them cats said nope. And then everybody gravitated towards them. So cats are gonna gravitate towards Canada, but we gotta just turn off everything else and just respect yourselves first, man.
Tell me about the Junos when you won the award.
I was nervous, man, because they never had,
right?
Yeah, they never had a rap category. The first time I got nominated, there was a dance category. You know, you know what I'm saying? It was a dance category, but then it was like, should there be a rap category? Nah. But then after, you know, how big my first album did, the Canadian Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences had no choice but to implement a new category, being the rap category, the Junos. So cool, man. It's a part of history, you know.
How far is the Canadian radio conference done, though?
I don't know. I don't really know, because I remember, like, back in the days, I grew up with Ron Nelson on CKLN. You know, we had, like, college radio, 88.1. So, you know, we had to use the hangars just to get reception. But there was, like, it seemed like we had more of a culture back then than now. I think right now it's good what we have with Flow and the other urban stations, but it's more of it's business more than back then where it was more community. You know, obviously, you mean, if to be successful and to grow and prosper, you have to have business, some sort of administration. You know, so.
Let's put record sales aside. Where do you rank yourself as one of Toronto's MCs?
I'm nice, man. I'm dope, man. I give it to myself because, and I don't say that in an arrogant way or anything like that, but no one really asks me questions like that. The reason I say I'm nice is because I feel it's important to, first of all, MC gotta be confident and believe in himself. It's number one, or just ain't hip hop, you know what I mean? But all that aside, I made party records, and I made records that are like social commentary as well, that have lasted. There aren't records that are history. And I think, you know, there's yet to have artists coming out right now. They've been dope joints, but to last a test of time means you made history. So I think because of the fact that, you know, I'm in Swiss Chalet today trying to do my thing, and mommy's over there with her kids, and she's giving me love. That's a big thing too, you know what I mean? So, you know, I think I did my thing on levels like that, but, you know, and I think a lot of people will disregard it, but I gotta give it to myself as one of the cats, definitely. All the cats I respect, I mean, come on, I'm a fan of everybody, man. Chaos, Cardinal, Sox, man. These are monsters, man. Jellystone, all these artists I mentioned, I buy their music, I buy their records, man. So those are like my younger brothers as well, so. You know, I think Dream Warriors are ill too. I still don't understand what they're rhyming about, but they're ill. Those guys on the next Wash Your Face in My Sink up to now, I don't know what they're talking about, but the point is, they're one of the most original hip hop groups of all time, man. And they're right out of Jane and Finch, man.
Yeah.
Right out of Finch, so, you know.
I interviewed Cardinal earlier this year.
Yeah.
And he mentioned you went to school for acting. What's that all about?
Oh, that's what he told you? He's right, man. He's right. I did. I mean, I took my money from touring, and I invested in the classes, man. You know, and one thing with Cardinal, you know, we keep each other sharp. You know, like you know, his first memory of me is meeting me when he was 12. You know what I'm saying? I gave him some good advice. You know, like, and he remembered that. So every time now, he just remembers me all the time. And you know, he grew up watching me. Now it's like I'm watching him. So I think that's very important for kids to know. That's why, like, we always respect each other on levels like that. So, in terms of me taking classes, yeah, man, I study with the top teachers in the city. This isn't like, cause I'm a rapper. Where's my trailer? You know what I'm saying? I study this, man, cause you know, I know people look at it. It's not a novelty for a hip hop artist to be an actor now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that I got to be sharp, man. Especially coming out of Canada. Especially to me, like producers, they look at us like monkeys. They look at us like we're Neanderthals, and and they want to put us in a small box. You know, a lot of casting directors, agents. You know, so you got to prove your skills. You got to prove yourself again. Because in acting, the cats who get the most respect are the cats who come out of theater. You know?
Yeah.
So, because I came off the stage, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Cats, you know, this industry now, it's going to take some time before they take their hats off to me. But slowly but surely, you ask the actors I work with, I know they respect me. Because they know they got to prepare when they come on set with me. Because I know I'm representing hip-hop at the end of the day, and the same work ethic that I used to be one of the top MCs out of my country is the same work ethic I use for this new art form. And I gotta respect it, and God willing, sooner or later, I'll get that respect. It's coming though. I got nominated for a Gemini Award, which I'm pretty excited about, for Best Youth Ensemble Cast in Instant Star. That's one of my TV series I'm on. So.
Tell me about your character, Quincy.
Oh, Quincy's on Metropia. Quincy's laid back, you know what I mean? He's like this character, he's a manager of the nightclub called Bang. And I had a hard time. Just a lot of people know Metropia, we shot 90 episodes in 90 days, man. So that's guerrilla right there, you know what I'm saying? I'm in like maybe 60 of the 90 episodes and 30 pages a day, shooting a director every week another director. So I learned so much shooting Metropia in terms of preparation that I'm ready for whatever now. You know what I mean? But
you were in Four Brothers. Tell me about that. What was that experience like?
It was freezing. I was on Lake Simcoe with Andre 3000. You know what I'm saying? Minus whatever weather. You know what I mean? But it was cool, man. It was a good experience still.
Why did you shift from music to acting to music? Are you still finding yourself as an artist?
Why did I shift? Just to do different things, man. I've been rhyming since I was 11, man. So I just want to try to do something different. And you know, the game changed. Ain't no one's going to sell major units anymore. This can't happen based on people downloading, just based on the powers that be. You know, from technological advances, people selling substantial records. The whole industry has changed. Like record label cats are dinosaurs right now. You know, selling records like back in the 80s, it's not like how it is right now. So you got to find different things you got to do. This is like hustling. It's the same thing. I can't understand how like cats hustle, but they don't really think when it comes to this game. It's like they throw the hustle out the way. You got to know what's up. You got if there's a new product that's out, you got to know what that is. If the product ain't hot, you got to make plans on find the next hustle. It's very simple, you know. But it's like that hustling mentality. A lot of times, especially in Canada, people throw that aside when it comes to music, and not in terms of the work ethic, but in terms of projections. You know what I'm saying? In terms of where this is going, a lot of people throw that out the way, man. And I don't think that's good. I think they should look at, wait a minute, you know what? Wow, things are changing right now. What can I do to make money through my music? Well, yeah, I can sell my mixtapes. That's cool. I got to get on the road as well, man. I got to do some touring as well. That's one thing they can't take away from you, touring. You know, so.
Are there any future roles coming up?
What am I doing now? I just finished rapping season 2 of Instant Star. My character's name is Darius Mills on that, so I'm excited about that. That's it got picked up in America too. So
what's that about?
It's about a 15-year-old girl who wins a talent contest and just her life trials and tribulations of actually becoming an instant star, man. So it's number 2 on the U.S. network, and it's a great thing for me. My character's dope too. I think I like my character in Instant Star better than the one on Metropia.
Do you find similarities between you and any of your characters, parallel lives or anything like that?
Yeah, they both got music backgrounds. You see what I'm saying? They know I'm a rapper, so they get so they don't want me to do nothing too crazy. So they want me to do something that's safe. You know, this Maestro guy could do that. You know, but it's cool though. It's cool. What I try to do is just keep it as natural. See this conversation right here? I was just natural. I'm just talking. He was cool. When you're action, we tend to like stiffen up. I try to just remember how it is just talking, just like we're having a conversation too. GT Banners is talking like this, you know what I'm saying? And just like keep it. That's the thing with acting. Like you just gotta just, you know.
Any actors or directors you'd like to work with?
Okay, Don Cheadle. I definitely want to work with him. He was in for those who don't know, you should know, but he was in Hotel Rwanda. Jeffrey Wright. I like to work with Anthony Mackie. He was the dude who battled Eminem in 8 Mile.
Okay.
Yeah, he's dope. Directors, Spike, of course. I like to work with Spike, definitely. Yeah.
How about any independent film?
Any independent stuff?
Any independent work?
Clement Virgo, Adam Nguyen. Those are Canadian directors, you know.
How about JamesFinch.com? You feeling us?
Yeah, I'm right here, right now. You give me a script, man. Let's make something happen, man. Let's make something happen.
And how has it benefited you as an actor with your background in music?
A lot, man, because Maestro Fresh Wes is a character. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when I say that, I mean, I wouldn't be walking through Jam Finch Mall with my tuxedo on. You know what I mean? It's a character. And a lot of artists, after they have their heyday and they're not shining anymore, they don't know how to act. They don't know how to move. You know what I'm saying? Through acting, being Quincy on Metropia or being Darius Mills on Instant Star or Tony Bogart in Redemption, after I do my thing, I let it go. It's the same thing. You got to just let that go. And when time comes to explore that character again, then you bring that. You come back to that. But you can't be carrying that weight on you like all the time. And I think that's what artists do a lot of times. And if they ain't around the right people, they're going to have a lot of problems too as well. Because, you know, everybody got their shelf life. It don't matter if you're Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes, man. So you just got to stay level regardless what happens, man. That's what I've been trying to do. That's why when y'all ask me to slide through, I'm like, all right, let's just do this. I'm in the basement, just chill. I'm in the hood. You know what I mean? Tomorrow I'm back on screen doing my thing. But y'all asked me to slide through, so I think it's important, because just like it's important for me to do my thing on that level for the States, like that, it's important for me to come down here and just do my thing up here too.
Were you one of the talents that came out of Fresh Arts?
Nah, I was before Fresh Arts, man.
Before Fresh Arts,
yeah, man. I was before that. I came up I was on CKLN like 1982. That's a long time ago, man. Like 82, 83. You know, Fresh Arts, that was like in the early 90s, early to mid 90s.
Any final words you'd like to say to Jane and Finch cycles?
Listen, man, don't be afraid to fail, man. Because to be afraid of failure is afraid to be successful, man. And if you don't believe in yourself, man, you have to. No one wants to see you be more successful than you want to see yourself, man. So you got to work hard. Stumbling blocks will happen all the time, you know what I mean? You just got to dust that off and keep doing your thing, man. Enough respect. Cool.
Filled with Israelites, Rastafarians, God bodies, FOI, Sunni Muslims, T.O. to Brooklyn, many nights in Bed-Stuy, blazing trees out in Cali, with brothers from a frat, sipping Henny, mad friendly, got Toronto's rap title, Jamal recitals, Quincy Jones in 89, that's my idol, chicks from every nationality, showing hospitality, grabbing me, showing mad love in the club, listen, check my